In Part 1 Fluency, students read a text they are already familiar with. We do this because this is one of the best ways to build fluency. Having multiple opportunities to read words in a text builds your accuracy skills, your ability to read at a quicker pace or at a conversational rate, and it opens up the ability to focus on reading with expression. The program uses a set of books that progress in both orthographic and syntactic complexity so that tutors can pull books that best reflect the phonetic element they're working on at the time. In addition, they want to make sure that they have prepared prompts for the book conversation. This means that they've looked at the yellow card and they've selected 1 or 2 conversation openers to help bring information out of the student about the text. The main difference in comprehension support between Part 1 and Part 5 is that in Part 1, the student is doing most of the talking. In Part 5, the tutor is doing most of the talking.
Hi, Ivanka.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
What did you do today before coming here?
What I did is that I brushed my teeth, I woke up and I ate my breakfast.
Oh, what did you have for breakfast today?
I had bread with tea.
Bread with tea, that sounds
Hot
so
tea.
yummy. Hot tea. Oh, that's such a good thing to have early in the morning, right? Especially when it's cold. Yeah, I like to have tea too in the morning and sometimes some coffee. Okay, so are you ready to get started with our lesson today? Yeah? Okay, so can you flip over one of those blue cards over there to see what our first part of the lesson is? Fluency. Okay, so we're going to start by reading off a book that you already know. But do you remember what strategies you can use?
Yeah, one strategy you can use is read sound by sound.
Great. Okay, so this book is called The Great Cake Bake Off. Can you read the title for me?
The Great Cake Bake Off.
Good job. I like how you use your finger to read the book. Ready to get started?
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started, I want to show you some words that can be a little bit tricky. Okay? Okay, so this word over here is oval. Can you say the word oval?
Oval.
Oval. Do you know what an oval is?
An oval is a kind of like a circle shape.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a long circle shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So let's go back to page 7 for a second. Now let's read this word. This word is heart.
Heart.
The EAR sound in the word heart makes the R sound. So can you try using that in the word heart? Now you give it a try.
Art.
Perfect. Can you read the whole word?
Heart.
Okay. Now we're ready to get started from the beginning. So can you read the title again for me?
The Great Cake Bake Off.
Perfect. Okay.
We made a cake. We made the best cake. We made a triangle cake. We made a square cake. We made 2 rectangle cakes. We made 4 circle cakes. We made this cake red. We put a yellow heart on the red cake. We made this cake orange. We put a pink star on it. We made this cake green. We put a red oval on the green cake. We made this cake yellow. We made these cakes blue. We put a little black circles on them.
Let's go back over here. Can you say this word again for me?
Little.
Little. Good job. Now let's read the whole sentence again.
We put a little black circles on them.
Do we see an A in front of this little?
No.
No H, so it's just little, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try that again.
We put little black circles on them.
Perfect.
Then we made a train with all of the cakes.
Wow, look at that picture.
Mhm.
That looks so delicious.
Our cake is the best cake.
The book conversation is an excellent opportunity to build students' linguistic skills. You are probing comprehension, so you're probing their understanding of the story while also giving students ample time to talk about a text.
So over here it says that this is the best cake. Do you agree with them?
Mhm.
Yeah. Why do you think it's the best cake?
Because they made a train out of it, and they made the train with heart, star, and oval.
That is all the shapes that I see. What about this one? What is that? shape?
Circle.
Circle, right. And what colors do you see?
Blue.
Blue.
With black dot.
Yeah, just like how they said it in the book, right?
Mhm.
Blue with black dots. Good job.
In classrooms, you'd be surprised how little time students actually wind up talking out loud. Students are often talked to a lot, but they're not given opportunities and time to talk themselves. This is a very important moment in the lesson for students to showcase what they know and to work on their own linguistic skills.
And I want to try and talk about the book. Okay, so can you tell me one thing you've learned so far from this book about skating? Is there anything that you learned about skating today from this book that we read? Let's look through the pages. I love how you're turning the page to look.
I learned that they have pads and helmets.
Why do they have pads and helmets?
They have pads and helmets to be safe.
Perfect. Okay.
My tips for Part 1 fluency are: make sure you remind students about any tricky words or challenging words that they may have struggled to read in the previous lesson. The other thing is to acknowledge any vocabulary words you have talked about previously. You would do this before you start reading. Then while students are reading, be sure to use the prompting for decoding card in your toolkit. You want to bring students' attention to the letter-sound relationships in words whenever you can. Finally, it's very important at the end of reading to open up a book conversation. We want students talking about the book as much as possible. We want to be probing their understanding of the book, and we want to build their confidence in talking about text.
All right, so we're gonna stop right here with fluency and we're gonna move on to showing what you know.